Ciao, everyone. This is Esther
Alfred here
of You,
in
Me, and
Sicily.
Sicily. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our Facebook and YouTube watchers. Happy you guys are back here for another fun chat from Sicily. We're going to be talking about the history of the Trinacria, the latest situation. We'll also take your questions and so much more. Right, Alfred? Hey, I hear it's hot and steamy there today.
It's 35 degrees Celsius. That's 95 degrees. And it's a very dry heat. And everything is wilting. And it's supposed to be like this for the next 5 days. So
Yeah,
better be hot.
they've got some warnings going on everywhere and high alert for wildfires, right, Al?
Wildfires have been pretty much out of control. We've talked about wildfires in the past, but it's
Yeah,
really not caused by nature. It's caused by criminals, basically. So you never
yeah.
know.
You never
Anyways, I'm
know.
on guard. I'm up all night on guard duty, as you
As
know.
always,
I
as
pace up and
always.
down my deck with my fire extinguisher just in case, Esther.
So I want to give viewers a little bit of an update. We've been talking about this green certificate that's supposed to be coming out on August 6th. And what it means for Europeans and Italians is that, well, in Italy specifically, you will have to have a green pass to go to eat indoors, restaurants, to museums, to indoor assemblies and sporting events, concerts, indoor concerts. And guess what, Alfred? They're delaying it. They're delaying the August 6th date by a week or so. They want to reevaluate the data and see the situation and maybe change the rules a little bit. As you know, there's been protests all over Italy and Sicily for these new Italian rules that are supposed to be going into effect August 6th. And again, it's been postponed. So what do you make of that, Al?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been so conscientious in getting prepared for this that even when I go to the bathroom myself in my own house, I put a mask on.
We're talking about the green certificate, not a mask.
You know, I no matter what I say, I'll get in trouble for talking about this thing. But I do know that there's been riots, as I said to you before, in
Yeah.
Rome, Pisa, Florence,
Palermo.
Milano, Palermo, Catania. And I'm
Yeah.
not talking about, 150 people either. I'm talking about a lot of people.
A
So there's
lot
a
of
lot of
people.
resistance going on with this thing over here.
Yeah.
In the United States, not so much, I guess. I'm not sure.
Well, we're
One
talking
of the
about wait,
interesting,
wait, Al, we're not, we're
uh,
talking about the green certificate. That's an Italian thing. It doesn't exist. It happens in Italy and in France. So
well,
those are
I'm
two
talking about the
different things.
mask mandate. Well, yes, I understand that, but the green certificate, a part of it, correct me if I'm wrong, is that there's a mask
No,
mandate. You have to wear it. Oh,
no, no.
no?
It's not part of the mandate. No, the green certificate,
Oh,
Al.
good.
We've talked about it many times on the show, is a QR code that shows that you've either been
Gotcha.
tested negative, got a vaccination, or have had, that you have the antigen. So something a little bit differently. So, but that's one of the big things going on here in Sicily. The other big thing is that Messina is going to be the first European uh, city in the European Union to use this rapid vaccine that's supposed to be without needles, and you inject it and it goes into your bloodstream in 1,000 seconds. So it's supposed to be a very rapid way of vaccinating without using needles. It's already being used in some places in the United States and India. But there you go, Messina making history, first city in the European Union to have that.
I was reading that Israel is experimenting with the vaccine in pill form. You have to take it
Yeah,
several times a day, but Israel is also working on that. So who the heck knows? I mean,
who the
the
heck knows?
situation is fluid. Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I've been asked this several times. How many masks should the travelers from the states bring with them? If they're going to be here for 10 days, for example, how many masks would you
Well,
suggest they bring?
I would suggest at least 5. But if they don't bring a mask, guess what? We're going to be talking about the Trinacria, and I brought my mask, which has a Trinacria that I bought over there. In fact, I have a few other ones here in black. that I bought right there. So I don't think that's a big issue, Al. I think people can just buy their mask at any pharmacy, as you
So they
know.
sell them anyway. They sell them
As you know,
everywhere,
in
though,
the
right here.
supermarket, everywhere,
Yeah.
literally everywhere. So I don't think it's
And what about? Let me ask you this other
yeah.
question. What about hand sanitizer?
They sell that everywhere. So by now, people forget to bring them. You know,
All
have
right.
them.
And
Yeah.
are American travelers allowed to bring back toilet paper with them? I understand that the price of toilet paper has gone through the roof in the United States. Can
Alfred,
you imagine that?
I hear you're having a little bit of a Sicilian snack. Show me your Sicilian
No, it's
snack.
not a Sicilian snack. This is
It's
what you
not.
call. Well, you see what this is? This is a little
Yeah.
styrofoam type thing,
Yeah.
right? And inside of it, I always put ice, so on during the show. But today I had to break out the emergency provision because of the heat.
Yeah.
And I went and I bought myself a authentic Sicilian popsicle made
Perfect.
with real Sicilian lemons.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about this? The big difference is these are rubber. There's some type of a rubber material. So all you have to do is wash them, I guess, and you
And you
can
can
use them
reuse.
again.
Sounds good. Lemon
Mm.
Al? Buono. All right, let's do this, Al. Let's
I can feel the energy coming back into my body right now. It's unbelievable.
wow. Good to know. All right. You know what I have here, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone know what that is? All right, leave me a chat if you know what that is called. Leave people a few seconds. Alfred, I'm finally figuring out how to do this. A trinacria.
Okay.
Hmm? You guys, what do you trinacria? Anyone know the history of the trinacria?
I have one on. I have
You
a
have one
tattoo of
on?
one.
Yep.
No, I don't.
Trinacria
I
is
have a
the
tattoo
symbol.
one on perfectly.
Trinacria is
It's
the
to the
symbol.
Sicilians what a shamrock is to the Irishman. It's basically an ancient symbol that Sicily has used for
Yeah.
a long time, since the
In
early
fact,
13 or 1400s.
well, Alfred, actually, it's been around since the Greek times because there are
Yeah, that's
coins.
correct. The
There
Spartans
are
had it too
right. There are
on the
coins.
shield.
That have the trinacria, and also some old ceramics that have the trinacria. And there's many stories about the symbol of the trinacria and why it has the the three legs. So one of them is that it's the 3 points of Sicily, right, Alfred?
Yeah,
Marsala,
the three
Siracusa,
major. Yeah,
and
well,
Messina.
that's one area. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one story. Yeah,
The other
the other
story
one is
is
the three like
yeah,
San Vito Lo Capo and Messina, where they are allegedly holding up the island, the 3 points, the three capos, the three capes of Sicily,
yeah.
pointing to the three capes of Sicily.
And the
There's a million stories.
You know
There's a
the one
million
I
stories.
prefer, Alfred? I really prefer the one that talks about the Spartans who were on this island. And on their shield, they had an L shape, right? And
Yep.
to distinguish themselves from the Greeks, because when they realized that now they're no longer Greeks, they're now Sicilians, they put an extra leg to distinguish themselves, and thus grew the Trinacria. But listen to this, Al, really interesting fact. The Isle of Man, which is an island up between
Yep.
Britain and Ireland, they have the same symbol. They have the 3 legs,
Yep.
except they don't have the medusa in the middle. Isn't
Well,
that cool?
so does the Austrians. The Austrians went to battle with that coat of arms too. In the Austria, that it's an ancient symbol,
Yeah.
and it really didn't get too much prevalence in Sicily. I'd say the last 40 years.
Yeah,
The
it was
last 40 years,
1943 when it became the flag. Do you have the flag?
it became. Yeah.
Do you
No,
have
I
our
don't have the
flag?
flag. I mean, I have the flag, but it's in the other room. But it really wasn't that popular, so to speak. I don't know if the
You're right.
Americans made it popular, or what
No,
happened
Alfred,
over
it
the last
became
few
the flag.
decades.
It became the flag of
No, I know that.
Sicily.
Right,
Yeah.
I know that. And
And
nowadays, of course, everybody's a source of pride for the Sicilians, obviously.
exactly. Exactly. It's such a beautiful symbol, and like I said, I was so excited to find this mask that had the Trinacria on it. So that's the story of the Trinacria. And Alfred, do you
Um,
have? Hmm? Go ahead.
yeah, what were you going to say, sweetie?
Well, I want to say a
About
big thank you to Jim Ingram for that super chat. Grazie
Hi,
mille.
James. We're going to be
Jim's gonna
seeing Jim. We're going to be seeing Jimmy pretty soon. I hope, if God wants. He's going to be our
in
guest over here for a
September,
while.
and Jody's coming. So a lot of people are planning
Yep.
on coming. What were you
Kind
going
of
to say,
looking
honey?
forward to seeing Jimmy. I'm looking forward to seeing James. I'm hoping he's feeling better. He always sends us emails just to keep in touch. We love him. We both love him. And the same thing with Jody. Jody's a wonderful person as well. All our friends are wonderful. I did want to say one last thing about the Trinacria.
Yeah.
Don't you have a couple left that you'd like to sell?
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
We
how many
have
do you have left?
these pendants. We only have 2 left. Message
Two
me
left
if you guys
out of
want
40.
one. Wait a sec. This is what they look like.
Solid
Sterling
sterling
silver.
silver.
And hey, we didn't talk about the little medusa and the little um, heads of wheat coming out of her ear, which was a symbol during the Roman times, right? Because Sicily was the breadbasket because of its fertile
Well,
soil, the breadbasket of
as
the
you
Roman
remember,
Empire. Hold on, honey.
wait a minute.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish. The Medusa has some wheats coming out of her ear, symbolizing all the great fertile land that was here, that is here for so long. Go ahead, Al.
Well, actually, and like my tattoo on my back of my back will suggest the wheat replaced the other design, which were snakes, which I
Yes.
have on my back. Okay,
Yes.
symbolizing the goddess Medusa and so much like the danger of Sicily at that particular time. As time progressed, it got replaced. Those snakes got replaced with the wheat, symbolizing the fertility. Um, so, what can I say?
Well, I think, Alfred, you can find some of the Kanakas with the wheat and some of them with the snakes coming out. So all of
Right,
them
both.
exist. Yeah, and it
Right,
was
exactly right.
interesting when I went to uh, Santo Stefano de Camastra. Their big thing is they like to do those pines and they like to do the Tanakri and they like to do the more heads. But I was astounded at they had both of them. They had the ones with the wheat, they had the ones
Yeah,
with the snake. So it's just a beautiful symbol. And sometimes like her face, they have different depictions of her face. Um, so I just love that beautiful
hey, before
Trinacria
you go
symbol.
on, I wanted to give a shout out. And today,
Yes.
in solidarity, I'm wearing my Italia hat for the Olympic team, which is doing pretty good. They've
Yeah.
already medaled. Yeah, they've already medaled. I think 6 to 7 times. And these kids over here are they give their heart and soul, of course, for
Yeah.
Italy, so to speak, and very patriotic. Almost all of the athletes here are unifying for this country. It really is. All of Italy is rooting for this group. Hopefully, they'll do good. So I
I
have my
love to
hat
hear.
on today in
Bravo, Al.
symbolism. It says Italia. Why not, right? Where's your hat, Esther? You should be wearing one.
Bravo, bravo. You're right. So now I don't know if I should wear the Hungarian hat,
Hungarian hat. Yeah.
a Italian hat, or an American hat. So I'm going hatless. Connie says I wear
We have to
my.
design one. We have to design
That's
a
true.
new
That's
one that
true.
has all these cultures in one place.
Good idea, honey.
I'm not going to
I
wear an EU hat though.
no.
Not me. Go ahead. What were we going to say there?
Connie says I wear my gold Trinacria every day for 25 years. I get loads of compliments, and yes, similar to the Isle of Man symbol.
Yes, it is.
Um,
Absolutely.
Alfred, do you know who Vafe Sicilia is? Ask Joe from Vafe, or should that be Cafe Sicilia in Tewksbury, who supplies them with the Sicilian flags? You know Cafe Sicilia in Tewksbury?
No, I do not know Cafe Sicilian in Here's a very simple way to tell whether that flags that they sell are really Italian made or Chinese made. There's a lot of Chinese stuff in the United States, okay? Going from flags to the horns, you name it, right? The real Italian Sicilian flag is a rich red, and the gold is red.
Yeah.
It's a very rich color. It's almost like it's a beautiful red, as opposed to an orange/red. Okay,
Yeah.
if the flag has an orange tint or a orange reddish tint, chances are it's an import. Okay, and which is okay, I guess. I mean, it's a symbol of Sicily. But if you want an Italian flag, it should say on the back of it, imported from Fatto in Italia. Okay, you
Good
should always
advice,
look at
Hal.
that stuff. Thank you. Just wanted
Good
to say
advice.
that.
Hey, my
But
friend
that's a good place.
Elizabetta says, Esther, you're going to have a new Trinacria mask. She was showing me today. She has a black mask with a white Trinacria. So I can't remember, Elizabetta. Did that one have the Medusa hat on it? I can't remember. Madagascar says he loves that hat. Listen,
Thank
Sylvia's
you.
in the
I love
house.
my hat too. I love the hat too. It's a source of pride for me. And when I was with the Elephants, I wore it on a couple of the championship games that we played in, playoff games, and then I didn't wear it anymore. Today I was like, what? Looking through my hats, what can I wear to show my solidarity with the Italian team? And this hat popped up, so I says, yeah, I'm going to wear this. I think I'm going to wear it too for the World Cup qualifiers when the soccer team starts again in September. So I love the hat. I love the colors, the azure blue. Great.
Jim says, Al, you are really looking great. Weight lies. I can't believe how much weight you've lost. Bravo. I'm so proud of you too, honey.
No, it's all about the camera lens. It's about the camera angles. Believe me, I'm 240 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
That's
What are you
my
kidding?
favorite.
I'm 240 pounds. My weight has always fluctuated. When I was in college and I was playing football, I was 252 pounds. And then as an attorney sitting around, I probably got up to 270 pounds. So now I'm back essentially to my high school weight. I was 240 pounds in high school. You know what the difference is, Esther?
What,
In those
honey?
days, I had a 52-inch chest and a 36-inch waist. Today, I'm back to those two numbers, but they're reversed. So now I have a 36-inch chest and a 52. No, I'm only kidding, but it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing as you get older to keep the weight off, So,
And you're in Sicily.
but you're
Hello.
very good for me, though. You're very good though, watching what I'm eating when you're here. And of course, as soon as you left, in came the pizza, in came all the junk food that you used to always just flip out on me on, but not so much.
Wait a second. I'm going to clarify
But
that before I read Mario's, because I don't do that, my friend. I made you the pizza. I learned how to make the pizza, as you can
that's
see
right.
in
You
our
make me the
video
good stuff. Don't
episode.
you understand?
So I would never take away pizza or pasta from a Sicilian. So
I don't have the pasta.
were you
No.
exaggerating just the itsy bitsy bitsy bit?
Yes, of course, it's exaggeration, but I have to be honest with you in full disclosure. I haven't had any pastas practically since you left at all. I mean, with the damn heat, who the hell wants to eat? So I'll have a salad and a pizza. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes I have the salad for like breakfast lunch. I call it breakfast lunch, and then a piece of pizza or two pieces of pizza, slices of pizza for dinner. And I drink a lot of stuff. I've been drinking a lot of, not alcohol though, but a lot of like lemon water and stuff. I picked that up from you with lemon water and mint in it. Man, I'll tell you, is
Okay,
that refreshing?
wait a
Lemon
second.
water with mint is awesome.
Last thing you said to me is there will not be lettuce in the house until I come back. And before I know it, you're eating salad again. So who
No,
knows?
no, no. I'm buying the ones in the bag. That cost 99 cents at the market that are all made up. I don't have to deal with, cutting stuff, washing
Yeah.
it. I just like rip open the bag and I just, throw it in there and I throw something on top of it. I alternate. Sometimes I'll have the, uh, what do you call it? The EVOO with lemon juice
Yeah.
and salt and pepper. I have that 2 nights in a row, and then one night I'll put a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of that. What do you call it? That Mike gave me, the blue cheese dressing, which is really
Good.
good. The whole secret about the blue cheese dressing is you have to mix it well, because you don't want to put that much on it. And I put pepper on it, a lot of pepper on it. It's terrific. I mean, there's a change of pace.
Rita Delgado, enjoying this banter, recognize Clara's teapots and glasses behind Esther. Always a lot of comprehensive information about Sicily fun. So if you guys don't know this, if you're new around here, I am in Boston for a couple more weeks, and Alfred is in Sicily. So not our usual setup. All right, let me read this from Silvio. A Trinacria symbol really is very ancient. According to experts, history and early meaning was to show the 3 seasons after it meant the sun symbol.
That's very, very good. That's another explanation. There's about 20 explanations that I could probably go through. And that's a good one, Silvio. And I hope things are okay with you, Silvio. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
What's this place called? It's called Villa. I can't think of what it is.
It's a B&B in Acitrezza. Stefania, Forza Italia. Okay.
Stefania doesn't send me any more messages. Before, when you were here, every morning I would get a message from Stefania. Hi, Alfred, how are you? You go to Boston, forget about it. I think she probably lost my whatever. Stefania, I'm still alive. I wait all day long with the phone, and I say, maybe Stefania's going to wish me good morning. But so far, 2 weeks, no. Hey, can I make a serious suggestion for the travelers that are coming here?
Wait a sec.
Yeah, I have one serious suggestion.
Before you do, Ali wants to know, hope both of you have a beautiful day. Please, can you tell me what are the famous places in Messina City to visit? Let's start out with the Duomo. What about you, Al?
Well, I think you have to see the big clock. The big clock.
Famous big clock.
with the things coming out at time. I mean, that's the sine qua non. I used to bring all my tours there when we used to hit Messina, and we used to go there. That's one in the port of Messina.
Yep.
That was the point of departure for the Crusades. There's a beautiful statue over there. The city center is nice too. It got completely annihilated during the Second World War. Messina was. Not only did it get annihilated during the Second World War, but in the early 1950s, it was devastated by an earthquake. So there's a lot of cinder block construction around that town, but the city center is still pretty much intact. It's a great place. And then, of course, people didn't understand, Esther, that Messina also was a province.
Yeah.
And there's like different parts of Messina that's just unbelievable. It had nothing to do with the city. That's just great. You've been to Milazzo. You've been to Tindari.
Well, we did an entire episode, Al.
Yeah, there's a bazillion places. Messina is a magic. Giardini Noxus, right? Taormina, not to mention those places. Could I make a serious suggestion before you continue?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I know what this is. Okay.
This goes to the travelers who are coming to Catania and probably also to Palermo. You're going to see, as you drive by or walk by, these big, they're like trucks, food trucks, and they're all beautifully decorated and stuff. And they sell all sorts of stuff at nighttime, from hamburgers and hot dogs to authentic this and panino, this and that, right? If I were you, I would stay away from those places. The cops have been busting those places left, right, and center. And according to the articles I've been reading, the sanitary violations have been just unbelievable. Not only are they violating the sanitary laws and interfering with the businesses who pay rent and taxes and stuff, most times that these guys that own these trucks and the workers there are working in the black under the table, or even worse, they're collecting welfare. But the thing that really irritates me is you see them, they're all festooned with lights, and a lot of these people are illegally connecting their trucks to somebody else's electric source on a pole, okay? So I used to think it was kind of nice to give the culture of, Sicily or Palermo, the so-called street food, but I'm now turning against it. I think it's rather a hindrance to the health, but also to the economy of the guys that are paying rent and trying to get their businesses back. So I am now against these types of vendors.
Yeah, but
That's what
Alfred,
I want to.
honestly, when was the last time you had anything at one of those vendors? Those vendors come out late at night. We're never out, that type of street food we never eat. Like I can't remember the last
Those
time I
places
had.
in Catania,
I can't
right? I
even
mean, they're for
remember
the
the last.
bars and the
Wait a second.
discos that they get out three
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. People are
Do
drunk
you
and
know
they're eating
when the
that crap.
last time I had something like that was when I was waiting at the train station in Catania, and they're all lined up over there. And maybe I had like a little salad or something, but they're not in like the main touristy areas, really, right?
Well, anyways, if people go there, people have written about it, Esther, about those places. But
Yeah,
just this, for sanitary reasons alone, right
I
now, for
agree.
sanitary reasons alone, it's like
Yeah.
pass on it, pass on it. But I
So
just wanted to bring it up.
Carmen says Malazzo Tinderi Oliveri Capo de Orlando. Carmen and everyone
Yeah,
watching here on Facebook and on YouTube, if you go to our YouTube channel, You, Me, and Sicily, there's an entire episode on the province of Messina where we go to about 10 towns, including, Termini, Giardinazzo, Saboca, Forza di Agro, um, up to Tinderi. Tinderi, by the way, is a gem over there with the Black Madonna. What a beautiful story in the province of Messina.
we have to find someone that will sponsor us to go into Capo Orlando.
Yeah,
Esther, I'm telling you right now, that area. I wrote about it in my third book when I went
yeah,
on my road trip with Peter. We stopped there for a couple of days. Um, that needs one of our studies. I wish we
I
could
agree.
find someone to sponsor us to go to Capo Orlando with the beautiful beaches over there. The town is
Mhm.
great. The food's good over there. There's a parallel road, that runs. The 820 is a highway that connects Messina to Palermo. That's the big highway, right?
Yeah,
820, the autostrada. But there's a parallel road that goes all the way there too, that winds through all the towns and the
beautiful
and
drive.
the it's a beauty, and the ocean, the sea is on your right hand side. That is, for those of you who are going to be touring
Hmm.
on your own, that's a great take. It'll take you almost a whole day to get from Messina to Palermo, but I'll tell you what, the spectacular views, the vistas, the people that you're going to meet, the roadside stands that sell fruits and veggies. You stop and you eat, and it's an unforgettable afternoon. That side trip, believe me.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I wanted to say.
And in fact, that's one of the things that I suggest. The highway connects a lot of cities, but that shore drive, that out of the way drive to
You
the
know,
cities, right? Because the highways didn't always exist. There were smaller side streets or smaller streets that went to all these cities and towns. Sometimes you may have a little bit of trouble with Google getting you there, but I highly suggest that people go off the beaten path and to some of those side streets. For example, Alfred, from our house to go to Taormina, Giardini Naxos, you can take the
we
highway
always,
from
yeah.
Acciariale, or you can take a beautiful scenic drive along the Ionian Sea, see the little Etna towns. And I strongly suggest my little travel tip to Sicily for today.
I have one last travel tip for you people coming in September and October.
Yeah,
There is going to be a severe emphasis here on the word severe crunch in the car rental business here.
good
Uh,
advice, Al.
because of the COVID situation, a lot of those big places had to unload a lot of their inventory, so they didn't have to
Yeah,
make the payments on cars that were just sitting there unused. So now what's happened is, now that they're going to get the season in. I mean, unless something catastrophic happens, the season is going to come in this year. But a lot of my friends and clients have been reporting to me that they can't find a
yeah,
place to rent a car.
yeah.
That's going to be a big issue coming forward. And it's only July. I can imagine what it's going to be like in October, in September, and
Yeah,
October.
Alfred, we had
Um,
one of our clients, I think I mentioned to you, you know, very tough time. So I would say before you do anything, make sure you have your car rental if you're coming.
If you want to
Guy,
get a private car and driver,
that's a
that's a
different
different
story.
story.
Yeah.
But be prepared to pay. I mean, that's great. You get a nice Mercedes or a nice, beautiful. You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about anything. And they're usually about 200 to 250 euro a day.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. You don't have to worry about it. You say, okay, today I want to go to Taormina. Tomorrow I want to go to Siracusa. And some of these
Easy.
people will give you even a good rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
And honestly, it's much easier. You don't have to drive. Let me read what Silvio says. Guys, to be honest, and talking properly about food, pizza, and Naples dish, if we want to talk about Sicilian food, I'd talk about stuff. What a Siciliano dish of zaffarana? What about, for example, Siciliana dish of zaffarana? You're right. I mean, we do talk a lot on this channel about Sicilian foods, arancini, right? um, all the fish dishes but Silvio, Alfred is a pizza guy and all the pasta dishes, right? The pasta alla norma. Alfred, you like the pasta alla norma. We haven't had that in a while.
well, he mentioned Zeffarana della Etna.
Yeah.
Is that what Silvio?
He
Silvio, I
said
have to. My opinion. That is the best sausage in the whole area, in my opinion.
the
The
best
sausage up
honey.
there, the best honey, but the sausage in the arancini is good from up in that area. Rosario Ferracci, Professor Ferracci from the University of Catania. Remember, he treated us one time to dinner up there with his beautiful wife,
Yeah.
Agatha. You remember that, Esther? And
Yeah,
we
he's
went to a
great.
nice restaurant over there. You remember that restaurant? The presentation of the food was great. The pasta dishes were terrific. Zeffarana della Etna, and that whole area over there, Zeffarana della Etna, going down into Via Grande, which we talk about all the time with Piccolo Mundo. There's a lot of good places to eat, and you don't have to get pizza. There's plenty of other stuff to
Yeah.
get, that's for sure. That's my
Nice to
opinion.
see some of our fans. Yarno is back in Sheffield, and I shot Fred McNeil's. Unfortunately, his September trip to Sheffield was postponed. So that's a little bit of bummer.
Well,
Okay, someone was asking about Alfred's books. Well, guess what? Here, one, oops, two, three, and there are four of them. And I will leave you a link in the show notes, alfredzappala.com, or we
well,
should put it on. What's that, Al?
yes, uh, Jennifer, my daughter Jen,
So
and
no, the question is where
Rosie,
can
my
you find it?
granddaughter, are what?
The question
My
was
daughter Jennifer.
where can they find your books?
Okay, if you just give me a second, I could have been finished my little thing right now.
Okay.
Jennifer and my daughter Jen and my granddaughter Rose are packing up all the book orders this week. So those of you who have ordered the books, by Friday, I think they'll be done. We got a lot of orders in, so they're going to be shipped. And for the next couple of weeks, until Esther comes back, I'm going to keep this sale going. The 3 books for $19, and you can get them at my website, www.alfredzappala.com. Okay, alfredzappala.com. The first book, The Reverse Immigrant, is out of print. I mean, I don't have any copies, but
Mhm.
you can buy a beautiful copy at Amazon or Kindle, because we do print on demand for that book. In other words, I didn't have a publisher do them. Amazon, when they get an order, they print the book and they ship it. And I couldn't believe it. Last week, after the show, I think 10 or 12 people bought that book because they don't have that book, because I've been out for 2 years. So anyways, Esther, that's what the story is on the book. And I really appreciate people who, when they buy the book and after they read them, they always send me emails. I love to read the emails of people
Yeah.
who, enjoy the book. So
Yeah.
thank you.
We do. Thank you, Jim Ingram, for reminding us. We do have several videos on food of Sicily, and it's so
Yep.
great. It's so seasonal. It's a great time. Anytime is a great time to be having. But Alfred, what's one of your favorite? The other day you said arancini's perhaps not one of your favorite. Let's say street food. So what would be? Wait a sec. What am I doing asking? Crispelle. Hey, when are you gonna go get some
Crispelli, yeah.
crispelli? When are you gonna
But
go
you
get
want to
some
know something? I
crispelli?
like shawarma too. I like the shawarma that they do. You
Yeah,
know the
but
big
when?
thing that they
Yeah,
get the lamb and they go like this and they cut it down
yeah.
and that's delicious here.
When are you gonna go get some crispelli?
You know, Esther, there's nothing. I don't want to go when it's 95 degrees out. I mean,
Yeah,
today when I went out, I mean, I was like the heat just hit you in the face. Today I had
yeah.
to run around to oh, today the reason I went out was to find some zucchero di coco or spremuto di coco or however the hell you say it, but coconut stuff because I bought a bottle of rum, Havana rum, and I'm going to make pina colada. Okay.
Yeah.
So Estes told me where to go. I went there. They didn't have any. So then I said, okay, let me go to Conad, see if they have it. They didn't have any either. So as I'm walking down, I'm like all like depressed because I can't have a pina colada without, coconut stuff in it. The guy had in the fresh fruit department 3 coconuts. So I bought them. And I haven't bought a coconut in I don't know how long. So I had to watch a
So good
video
for
on
you.
YouTube.
So good for you.
Huh?
So good for you.
Well, I had to watch how to open up the damn things. I don't remember. You know, in San Vito Lo Capo, for those of you who go to the other coast, they have these guys, the vendors, they come walking on the beaches with peeled coconut,
Yeah.
and they say, it's hilarious. They kind of sing it. They say, Coco, bello freddo, Coco. You know, they have a whole thing that they say, and it's like there's ice on the bottom, and there's all the pieces of the coconut. And when
Yeah.
you go to street fairs, you see the coconut pieces all the time in fountains of water dribbling down on it. The coconuts are very popular here in
Very.
Sicily, but they're not Sicilian. They're imported. I think from here they're imported from Africa. Frankly, no, I don't know where
Carmen
they have they.
Carmen says we usually take the Nabrodi Street a bit different, but much fresher. We say seeing mountains and sea in the same day. It's so fun, right? And Jim Ingham
Yep.
says the great thing about Sicily is that no matter what direction you go, eventually you hit water. Once you're there, so is the highway, except for Caltanissetta, the province of Caltanissetta, right?
Yep.
Okay. Shawarma is so Arabic and Greek. Crispelli. Someone earlier wanted
I
to
love
know
Crispelli.
how tall you are, Alfred.
I'm 6'2", 240 pounds. I'm a tall guy. I spent most of my life in athletics. That's why my knees are
It was
terrible.
Eurospin. It was Eurospin. Carmen, thank you. Sugared coconut can be found in Eurospin. I told you
That's
I
the
like.
only store we didn't go today.
Well, I couldn't remember if it was
Esther,
Eurospin.
hold
Oh,
on.
let me say hi.
Can you
Ciao,
see him?
Francesco.
Esther, he asks for you every day.
I miss
Fala dopo, okay?
Francesco,
Tutto posto? Okay.
our
Every day
neighbor.
he asks for you. Come Esther, come
Oh,
Esther. Esther Buono, Esther Buono. Yeah, he misses you. He does.
that's awesome.
Are you going to
Oh,
bring him back a shirt, by the way?
yeah,
Size
I should.
small?
Yeah, I'm thinking of what kind of a shirt I want to bring back for him.
Something that he can go see his
Something.
cuñata, his sister-in-law. I think him and his cuñata have a
Will
little
you
thing
stop
going,
it?
to be
Will
honest with
you
you. I mean, I
stop it?
swear to God,
Stop
she's a
it.
widow, right? Yeah,
Stop it.
she's a
Alfred,
widow
don't
and
you?
he's loaded. His cuñata. So why don't you get him a nice shirt, maybe a button down, something where he can be suave and debonair
Will you
and
stop
sweep his
it?
cuñata off. Why
I
not? Come
listen,
on.
I love the fact
She's
that
a nice lady.
Silvio has all this stuff for us. By the way, about arancini, if you allow me, I'm going to suggest you a place where you can taste the best. Trust Silvio. Silvio, where is it? Please tell us. Silvio has all the great places.
There's so many
Tom,
good places that have arancini. I didn't say I
right?
don't like them. I said I'm sick of them.
Oh, okay. Tom,
I mean, when I go to sleep at night, I don't dream about sheep's jumping over the fence. I dream about arancinis jumping over the fence. Everybody has arancino here. my own opinion.
Thomas says, I have a video I took of a guy selling coconuts on the beach in Sheffield. He had
Yeah,
the
there you go.
singing voice.
Chef Will.
Alfred, where did you get your hat? That wasn't, where did
Oh,
we
okay.
get it?
Where
Did we get it in Catania? I think we got it in Catania.
I bought this hat in Taormina. I bought this
was
hat
it
about
Taormina?
5 years ago. Yeah, I haven't worn this hat in, like I said, 3 years. Okay, and it's like brand new condition. Why? If you want one, the next time we go to Taormina, I'll stop into my
Charlie,
cap
I'll
shop
get you
if they
one.
still make it. It's a nice cap though, and they weren't that expensive. They were probably like $20.
Listen,
like that,
Magdastar, thank you. Whether you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Share it with a friend if you are enjoying it, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you for that reminder.
What about joining our private club, Esther? Why don't you explain about that?
Also, you can be by joining. This is only on YouTube. You hit the join button, and for $1.99 a month, you become a member of our YouTube channel. And that just means that I put up extra content, sometimes videos, sometimes a little tidbits of things that I do not post on Facebook or on YouTube. So that is our members only on YouTube. Hit the join button and you can cancel in a time. And remember, you guys, we're going to continue coming to you live a couple times a week and also continue on our video series. So that remains the same. It's just a small way of supporting this channel.
Not only that, but frankly, every nickel that gets put into YouTube, whether by viewing or by becoming a supporter, or Esther having her and Esther and Stefania doing her Italian lessons, gets redirected into improving the quality of stuff that we present to you. I mean, this broadcast today is being powered by a brand new computer that Esther bought from Apple, replacing one that was 7 years old. The guy, when he looked at it, he couldn't believe, 8 years old, couldn't believe that we were broadcasting with this
live.
8-year-old. He was like, right? And she got a brand new cell phone that does all these marvelous things. My cell phone that I'm using is made by the Thomas Edison Company. So at some point in time, we're going to get another one. I like to have professional quality too,
Yeah. So speaking of, I just want to make a quick announcement that we also have women's medium Yumi and Sicily t-shirts in red.
Women's medium?
Yep. Only women's medium in red, yellow, and blue. Yellow is my favorite one. And also men's double XL. So message me if you guys are interested.
And that's it. After that, you're all done, right?
That's it. Done. Sean says, tell us about your visit in New England, Esther. What's it like back in the U.S. compared to Sicily?
Good point.
Well, number one, number two, and number three, I'm thrilled to be in the same house as my mom after 2.5 years. After looking at her on video for 2.5 years, trust me, I'm so blessed. And, sometimes I sit here and I just I tear up because I can't believe I'm back here, and see, and
are you tearing up? Are you tearing up? You're tearing up, Bunster. Oh, do you tear up when you think about me?
All the time.
All the time.
And then I'm looking forward to seeing my niece and my sister. I've been visiting with some friends. So blessed to see so many people. The weather here has been hot, but today it's a little bit cool. It's strange. And I was even telling my mom, there's, trees all around us, pine trees all around us. And to wake up to seeing pine trees instead of the Ionian Sea is different. It is just as beautiful, but it's different. You're in New England. A lot of houses look the same. Everything from street to street looks the same. I think visually, Sicily's incredibly more stimulating. But number one, number two, and number three, I'm happy to be here with my mom and also to see some of my friends, some of my childhood friends who I've been friends with since I was 13. So, plus I've been digging up some old stuff. I even found my old ABBA record.
Oh, record? A
Record.
record? Is
So,
it 45 or 78 or 33?
yeah,
The
I don't.
big one?
Oh,
The big one?
oh, I don't know. Anyway, so it's good, but I'm here for another couple of weeks and looking forward to going back to Sicily and seeing my Alfredo and eating Sicilian food because let's just call it as it is. If it wasn't my
I
mom's cooking, the salad here is not even remotely like the salads that I usually eat in Italy and Sicily. Yeah.
I wanted to get until Alitalia pulled a fast one on me. I wanted to have, and I was looking forward to eating a lobster or a
Yeah.
lobster salad sandwich. So I have to wait now. Looks like I may be going back in November because September and October we have commitments with guests arriving here, and I want to fulfill them with them. A lot of people are my personal friends and Esther's personal friends. So, but
Yeah.
after that, November, it looks like I have a window of going back. So I have a voucher from Alitalia, but by that time, Alitalia is not going to be around.
Right.
So I think the voucher can be used with Delta. I'm not sure. I have to figure that out. But when Esther, by the way, is the one that she books all my stuff for me. I mean, I'm like an idiot when it comes to that stuff nowadays. But Esther got my green pass. She got you name it. Esther gets it,
Your
and she
vaccine.
does it gladly. She never complains about doing stuff for me. As a matter of fact, sometimes in the morning when she wakes up, because she wakes up, she's perky. She comes bouncing down the
Oh, come
stairs,
on. No, I'm not.
she gives me a big
No, I'm
hug and a
not.
big kiss, and then she says to me, "What can I do for you today, honey?" And I'd
This
say,
was
"No, no, no,
the
you did so much stuff."
oh my God, Al.
No,
Oh my God. Basta.
I
Jim
do have
Ingram
one more
said,
announcement to make.
Jim Ingram says, just like how I feel, to be honest with you, yes, of course, I miss Sicily. I prefer to live in Sicily, but it's good to be home to connect with friends and
Yeah,
family. But if it
yeah,
wasn't for my friends and family, I'm not sure how many times I'd be
I
coming back here.
I wanted to
Listen,
switch gears
Peter
1 second.
wants to know if you've been hitting the rum.
Not Peter, not yet. I haven't been hitting the rum yet. I'm going to wait till Sunday. On Sunday's show, I'm going to make myself a pina colada, or I'm going to try to make myself a pina colada, and I'm going to drink it on the show and also show you. You know how much a bottle of the Reserve rum from Havana, Grand Reserve rum costs? And this is a legitimate stuff, huh? This isn't bootleg stuff. I paid €13. That's about $14.50 for a liter of a bottle of fifth rather
Yeah.
of rum. And I asked the gal which one to get, and she pointed to this one. She says, "This one over here is like, people basically are addicted to it." So I bought that bottle. We'll see. It's not a dark rum either. It's like a yellow color. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see how it
Hey,
is.
Alfred, this is good tip here. Thomas Catone. It looks like into tap air. They fly Boston out of Rome. So I just want to clarify one thing, you guys, that Alitalia suspended the Boston to Rome, the Rome to New York leg, which a lot of people were freaking out about it, is still on. So that is one of the agent told me on the phone that is one of the most frequented flights, the one from Rome to New York. So that flight has not been suspended. It is the Boston to Rome. And Alfred, I think you have a voucher, so you're going to have to fly with whatever company Alitalia has anyway. So you're going to have to go
I
with them
don't care.
anyway.
I just want to go home and see my grandkids. I want to see my kids, and have a lobster and have a steak. I want to have a good steak too. I mean, my list is short. It's not that I have a lot of stuff that I want to do there, because I haven't been around the States for that long. Most of
Yeah.
my friends I'm in communication with, on
Yeah.
Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook. I mean, a lot of guys and men and women that, lifelong friends I want to see. I haven't seen them before I kick the bucket, for heaven's sake. This is ridiculous. Can I make my huge announcement now?
Yes, Sherry, thank you so much. Just ordered your book. So excited.
Oh, thank you.
You'll really enjoy them. Okay, make your announcement.
All right. As you know, Esther, myself, Joe Montecolono, uh, Gaetano Cipolla, John Owens, Celia Milano are all the directors of the Sicilian Project, which is led by my dear friend Giovanni Lanza in Texas. He's been with me now. This is our 9th year together with the Sicilian Project. So we had to suspend the classes due to COVID. What we decided to do was switch gears, and we found a whole bunch of charities that we redirected the funds there, including our most recent funding was to 2 charities in Acciaiuoli that the Archbishop of Acciaiuoli suggested to our friend Rosario Baracci, and we responded. So it looks like we're not going to be able to run the classes again in the fall because of the mask issue, and parents don't want to do, they want to have less time with masks with their kids than more. So what we and Giovanni and Esther decided in an executive meeting is we've allocated €5,000, and we're going to do more grants. They're just like giving money to these charities that need them, from Father Mario in Catania that works with the poor, to these places that work with sexually battered women and battered uh, uh, kids and homeless, to our friends in Montreal on the West Coast, to our friends in Enna, in
Bagheria.
Bagheria,
Yes,
to our
in
friends
Anna.
in Enna and Caltagirone as well. So we're going to give them all, and we're going to look for 2 more to give. We want to do an even dozen. So if any of our listeners can give me a suggestion about what charity you would like us to make a donation to, can you contact either me or Esther? But I don't want you to just, if you've been supporting us, if you've been supporting the Sicilian Project, that's the people that we're interested in. And perhaps you can help us make that particular new place even better. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because Sicily is still economically devastated. And we want to get this money to them. I told Giovanni we're planning on starting to disperse funds around Thanksgiving. And shortly we're going to launch our new fundraiser for this. And by the way, speaking about fundraisers, I want to thank you. Those who took, the birthday things that Facebook have, the birthday fundraisers, over $1,700 was donated to my birthday fundraiser on behalf of the same project. I was shocked and flabbergasted. And of course, we've turned around the money, and we're distributing that. My brother Tommy, he even donated. So you know that we must be doing something right over here. So pretty soon you can go to the SicilianProject.com. There's a button that says there, donate. And you could donate, or you could send a check. It's 100% tax deductible because we're a 501c3 tax exempt organization. But Sicily needs us now.
Yeah, and now for
Really, it really does. It needs us now.
As we have been donating to all these charities, now for the past 2 years, the members of the parish, the head of the parish, are so thankful. They always send us pictures of the foods that they bought, that they then distribute to the needy, because, as Alfred said, now more than ever, the need has gone up. The caritas, as they're called, the charities, are in need. So it is a pleasure for us to be able to give to these charities, who then disperse, whether they buy it, foods or food items or things that people may not be able to afford just as readily. Just a couple of years ago, in 2019, my friend Vanessa and I were so happy to be part of boxing some of these items for right before Christmas to be distributed. And really good stuff goes in there, and you're not just the pasta and all that, but they get olive oil, that may be a little bit more expensive. They get a panettone, which is the Christmas bread. Some of them even had baby food, which is a little bit more expensive. So the money really does go to a
Yep.
good place. It's not just cans of this, cans of that. Really important stuff
There's
that
really
these
not too many
charities
cans
are
as I can
doing.
remember.
What's
I mean,
that?
they probably do have
No,
cans. They probably do have
not
cans, but
that.
I can't remember any.
No,
Not
they
too
try
much though.
to, especially Father Mario, he tries to give a little bit more quality stuff for people. Sean
Father
Lewis,
Mario, by the way, is still in desperate need of lighting for his church. They ran
yeah,
out of money when they got to putting the lighting into the church, and we sent them €1,000, as I remember, a few months ago to help pay for the installation of the lighting. But
well,
from
part
what
of
I
it was
found
for
out,
the food too.
for the food, no, we did
Yeah.
that for Christmas. This was afterwards. But still, they're kind of short on lighting. Imagine not having lighting in a church. So,
Sean Lewis
hopefully,
says, I would love to kids at Noi Alia into the Sicilian project. Make sure that you message me about that. Ciao, Vivian. I'm looking forward to seeing
Vivian,
Vivian and the girls. Uh,
Vivian's a doll. I always say that. I
Hopefully
love her.
very soon. Because of COVID, praying to reschedule our trip to Sicily for 2022. So many rescheduling. We hope so too. So there you go.
This whole thing
Yeah,
is going
and
to pass, guys. This whole thing is going to pass with this COVID stuff. There's two valid arguments on both sides, pro or con the vaccine. Neither side is listening to another. But I know this, and I could be wrong, is that a lot of people are being protected with the vaccine, and other people, their immune system has been protected too. So I don't know what the story is, but I think that we have a leg up on it. Put it to you this way, it's a lot better than it was than in 2019 when we were broadcasting that stuff. We couldn't even leave our house, for heaven's sake. I
Anne
mean, they were like
Marie,
arresting people if they
yeah.
went outside. It's crazy.
Anne Marie Brooks is here. Hi, you two. Still waiting
Anne
to move in.
Marie,
Got delayed. Love see. Oh, okay. We need to set up a phone call, Anne Marie. You were talking about vaccinations. 49% of Italians, about 30 million, have been vaccinated, and I'm talking fully vaccinated. And they're doing something really interesting here in Sicily. I mean, they're really pushing it.
49% is pretty good. Pretty good.
They're doing something here in Sicily that's particular. They're going to the Lidos. Those are the outdoor swimming areas, and there's a few places, not a couple, a few places around the island. You go swimming, you get a shot. So they're doing that. They're also doing it at gelaterias and pizzerias. You get a shot and then have a pizza or get a gelato. So they're doing a lot of innovating things here in Sicily to get people vaccinated. So it's kind of
And the
cool.
cops are closing down the restaurants who are not abiding by the seating laws or the masking. And the same thing with the discos. They're finding these owners big money if
Well,
they're
no,
not
Al,
playing by the
discos.
rules.
Well, no, discos are not allowed. So what Lidos,
Okay, not discos. I'm talking about the Lidos and the
the
Lidos. There was
smart,
one in Archie Costello just got
the
knocked down for
smart,
5 days.
Sicilians. So discos are not allowed. So what they're doing is there's Lidos, and Lidos is a place that you go, you maybe pay €10 for a bed and for an umbrella, and then you can have greater access to the sea. Maybe they built some stairs or something. So what they would do is usually pre-COVID, you would have a DJ and you can dance outside. Well, dancing outside together, dancing inside together in unmasked, especially, is not allowed. And they busted someone right outside of Palermo. 300 people gathered dancing past 1 a.m., which, by the way, they have a curfew of 1 a.m. For these places. So, they're trying to cut corners and trying to go around the rules and laws, but the police are still out in full force.
Esther, one of them by Archie Costello by the Sheridan, 300
Really?
people.
No, that was
Yeah,
in
and they closed it
Palermo.
down
That
for
was in
five.
Palermo.
No, it's in Archie Costello. Archie
There's
Costello.
another
There could
one?
have been one in Palermo. Yes, and I was
Wow.
reading about it because we drive by it all the time, and they closed it down for 5 days, and they issued a €3,000 fine to the owners for
Wow.
doing that. I mean, they have to start paying attention to these things.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the owners. You know what I'm saying?
Carmen says there are also free Lidos. Yes, there are places that offer free,
There are free Lidos too. That's correct,
without the
Carmen.
umbrella and the bed. So I like to do that. And the thing I like
Basically, it's going
about
to
the
the
Lido
beach.
in Architrezza too is that there's a bar there. You can get water, you can get coffee, you can get a drink, take it to your
Yep.
chair, and they have a nice place you can take a shower. And so I love the private Lidos. Pierre says, is there a good way to hunt for a 2 or 3 month rental in Palermo? We arrive August 1st. I heard it's cheap to live there. A 2 or 3 rental in
Wait a
Palermo.
minute.
Yeah.
You need to be triple alarmed about the location in Palermo because there are certain areas, a lot of them too, are no-go zones for tourists. You don't go there. I
Yeah.
would stick to a suburb of Palermo. If you don't know the streets, if you don't know the sections, it's like going to any city. Okay, there are dangerous sections and there are
Yeah.
good sections.
Well, maybe he was
So you
talking about the province. I don't know.
Subido.it, Subito,
Although
Subito, which means right away.
although
.it
ideally,
is a good one.
although
Huh?
idealista.it.
Idealista is another one, correct? Okay, Esther,
Idealista.it.
it's
All right.
we've been on for an hour now.
On that note,
I'm
make sure
happy.
you hit the like button, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Share with a friend. And Alfred, ciao. Good show.
Ciao, Esther.
Thanks.
I miss you. I look at your picture all the time, sweetie pie. I love you so much. Okay, honey. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Thanks for watching.